What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Vaporwood. Kennard here, coming at you with another product review, and today we're taking a look at a sub-ohm tank out of China, guys. We're looking at the SKing by Sunone. Alright guys, welcome back. Pleasure to be with you again today. And yeah, like I said, we're looking at this SKing tank by Sunone. It's a huge square sub-ohm tank out of China. 10 mil juice capacity, glass tank section. Pretty damn decent, folks. Without further ado, let's jump right up close, take a look at the ins and outs, the bits and bobs, the guts of the SKing sub-ohm tank. Alright guys, here we are up close with the Sunone SKing tank. Here's your box that it comes in. Pretty nice gift box. It says SKing, Sunone. The back of the box shows everything that's inside the box, plus a couple warnings. Don't use if you're under 18. Don't use if you're pregnant. Keep away from children. Keep away from high temperature. It also shows what it also tells what the coil heads are made of. And then here is your scratch and check for authenticity, plus the Sunone SIG website address. Alright, let's go ahead and open this box. Check her out. It slides open just like so. Inside you will have a little card. This card shows you how to fill from the top. Make sure your air hole is closed, or it may leak. Also tells about the coil heads and shows you the juice flow control. The other side of the card tells you the features and dimensions. It tells you the wattage for the two different types of coil heads. It comes with a 0.2 ohm coil and a 0.5 ohm coil. And it also tells you about bottom filling, which I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, move all that to the side. In here you will have your coil head, one of the coil heads anyway. Pull the tank out, set that to the side for the moment. Pull this out. Now down here there's nothing underneath this, but that would be good space to put replacement glass. Just a thought, Sunone. Some replacement glass would be awesome. Here is your coil head. Your Sunone SKing tank will come with a 0.2 coil head installed and an extra 0.5 coil head. You can see the juice flow ovals there. They're pretty massive when they're all the way open. On the bottom of the coil head, you can see the 4 airflow slots. And for the juice flow, to adjust your juice flow here, you just turn this middle section. Close it down, close it down, close it down, close it down. And you can close it all the way should you want to. I mean, I don't know why you would, unless you like dry hits and formaldehyde. And then there, all the way open. It does the same thing on both sides. I wish there were juice flow holes all the way around instead of just 2. But I really haven't had any problems with any dry hits or anything like that. So it's not a terrible thing, it's just a personal preference. VC stands for Bottom Controllable Vertical Coil System. And here you go, guys. Here's the star of the show. Here's your SKing tank. Pretty damn nice. All stainless steel construction. Top and bottom fill. 10 mil juice capacity. Pretty nice, people. Fully adjustable airflow all the way around. Not too shabby. Alright guys, let's take a look at this from top to bottom. Here is your 510 drip tip tool. Pretty standard bore for the 510 drip tip. And yes, I said it's a drip tip tool, and I will show you why shortly. Alright, and this is where your top fill section would be. You just grab a hold of this knurling, and when it's dry, I will, just to let you know, when it's dry, this is a pain in the ass to get out. But once it's wet, it's really easy, it comes in and out. But you grab a hold of this knurling, unscrew it here. Oh, that's a pain. There we go. There we go, guys. It's coming now. Oh. This is your top section that you unscrew if you want to fill the tank from the top. Let's get some better focus. And there you can see your little fill holes on either side. Now I wish those were a bit bigger. I noticed with thick Max VG juices, if you don't have a needle tip or a syringe and you don't fill slowly, the Max VG juice will just puddle in there and sit on top of those holes due to surface tension and will not go down in there. So yeah, definitely either fill very slowly, use a syringe or a needle tip bottle. Okay, so let's move on over to the side here. Here's your adjustable airflow. It's the same on all four sides. You got slots, and they are fully adjustable. You just grab a hold of this and you turn it a little bit, close it down. Let me get some better focus. Just grab a hold of this and you turn it a little bit. You close her down, close her down, close her down. Close her off all the way, and it keeps turning. It doesn't stop, so it'll just keep turning and it'll open back up. And there you go, that's fully open. Here's the bottom of your device. Like I said, it's all stainless steel. I'm not sure what that firing pin is. Looks like stainless steel as well, but it might be plated copper. The firing pin, as you see, protrudes quite a bit. Sticks out quite a bit there. I don't have a whole ton of experience with hybrid mech mods, but I feel that sticks out far enough. You could use that on a hybrid if you wanted to. See these grooves here in the bottom of the tank? Like I said earlier, you get your 510 drip tip tool, and your drip tip has little teeth on it that fit right into these grooves. You just stick your drip tip right on there, and you can see it fits right down in there, and that's what you use to unscrew this. You unscrew this section, and this is where your coil head goes, or if you want to fill from the bottom. So we get that loosened up and pull that out. It's your base with your airflow. And this is why the airflow is misleading. You see, there are only 2 holes here. There definitely needs to be 4 to consider this to have 4 fully adjustable airflow, because the air comes in on the sides that the holes aren't on, and you know, it just hits this wall here, and it's got to move its way into here before it makes it into the 4 slots in the coil head. So definitely Sunone, I don't know what you were thinking, but in the next version could definitely do with 4 holes all the way around this outside of this base for airflow. Double O-rings here are pretty nice. I've had no leaking issues with this tank whatsoever, so that's definitely a positive. Let's go ahead and unscrew the coil head, which I already showed you earlier. But your coil head sits right down in there. I know it's kind of hard to see. Coil head sits right down in there, makes contact with the firing pin. Pretty standard stuff, people. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and pull apart this coil head and take a look inside and check it out. So I've already loosened this a bit with a pair of pliers, but you're going to take a pair of pliers and you pull this out right here. Pull that little piece out. You got your insulator here. You see with one of your leads sticking out there. Go ahead and pull this little insulator out. And you can see there's your coil and your cotton. I'm just going to pull this thing right on out of here. Just pull it right on out. And there it is, the inside of your coil head. Cotton filler still in the holes there. But this is your coil head. Looks like Kanthal. Looks like, yeah, this is resistance, no resistance wire. You can see, let me get some better focus for you. You see that little solder joint right there. My camera does not want to focus on that. Anyway, there's a little solder joint there, so that's definitely looks like no resistance wire. Alrighty. And here is our Japanese organic cotton. Just gonna pull that right out of there. Definitely feels and looks like Japanese organic cotton. You got there's your outer layer right there. This is in a rebuildable dripper. I normally pull these outer layers off. So let's tug on these. Oh yeah, that's definitely cotton. It's strong. Hard to pull apart, not flaky. Definitely cotton. Not any of that ceramic stuff that we've seen so many times before. And there you go. You can see that is organic cotton. Comes right apart. It's not crumbly. It's exactly what they say it is, guys. Good job, Sunone. Well, there you have it, guys. We broke down the coil. Let you see it is organic Japanese cotton. It does look like no resistance Kanthal wire that has been soldered together. Here's your tank and all the pieces. Not too bad, folks. It's actually a quality tank for $20 to $30 range. It's a pretty damn good tank, especially with that 10 mil juice capacity. But enough with that. Let's get this all put back together. We'll go back out and we'll talk on it, vape on it, get the pros and cons, the final thoughts, and get on out of here. Well, there you have it, folks. The up close, the ins and outs, the bits and bobs, the guts of the SKing tank. How's it vape? It vapes pretty damn decent, guys. Let's have a toke. Yeah, not too shabby, guys. Pretty decent tank. Real quick, let's hit those pros and cons. We'll get the final thoughts, and we'll get on out of here. All right, pros and cons time, people. Let's hit these pros. First pro for me, 10 mil juice capacity. That is awesome. It's not really my speed because I like to change flavors throughout the day, but for your average vapor or somebody like my dad, very simple vapor, he hates having to carry juice around with him, it's perfect for somebody like that. You fill this thing up 10 mils and most people are not going to blow through that in a day. Second pro, top and bottom fill. That's pretty awesome. You just unscrew your top here, put your bottle in the holes and fill her on up. No fuss, no muss. Next pro, I really like the drip tip tool for unscrewing the bottom to get your coil head out. It's very handy. Last pro is the adjustable juice flow in the coil heads, guys. Whether you're running thick max VG juice or a standard thinner juice, it wicks no problem. Set it up to how you need it to go, man. No dry hits. Works great. Alright, let's hit these cons, people. Not very many cons in my opinion. It's got average flavor. That's a con. But that's kind of a sub-tank thing. Every sub-tank I've tasted, because I'm a real big dripper. I love my RDAs. I love the flavor I get from my dual fuse Clapton builds. But the flavor in most sub-tanks is average at best, and this is no different. Flavor's there, but it's not really standing out, not really hitting you in the mouth like a dripper. But that's come to be expected. The next con, the fill holes on the top and the bottom need to be a little bit bigger. When using a max VG juice, I've noticed I need to either fill really, really slowly or do it with a needle top bottle or a syringe, because when I fill at a normal speed or even slightly fast, the thick VG juice just seems to pool around the top there and just sits on top of the fill holes due to surface tension. Science, mofo. So yeah, definitely the fill holes in the top and the bottom of the tank need to be a little bit bigger. My last con is when the tank is tightened all the way down, it does not line up correctly. And I will show you right now. Right now you see it's lined up pretty good, but this is not tightened all the way. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this all the way. There you go. Fully tightened, and it's off center. It sits crooked. It's not terrible. It doesn't sit too crooked, but that bothers the hell out of me. As I've mentioned before, if you've seen my videos before, I like my lines. I like everything to look flush and smooth, so I got to turn it back just a little bit, and that fixes those lines up quite a bit. Alright guys, you know what time it is. Cue the big cheesy graphics. It's time for them final thoughts. Final thoughts on the SKing tank by Sunone. It's not a bad tank, guys. Not bad at all. It's got a good price point. There's quite a few websites that have this. First one I found was Vapor DNA, but they're out of stock right now. But out of all the websites I looked at, there will be one in the description below where you can go get this tank. But the price is between $20 and $30. Great price for this sub-ohm tank, especially for holding 10 mils. Not too shabby. It's got average flavor. It's got some decent airflow. I do wish the coil heads had more holes in it for airflow. As it stands right now, it's only got the one hole right there. So yeah, you've got 4 adjustable airflow holes all the way around the body of the tank. But really, there's only 2 airflow holes because of the way the airflow in the coil head is. Other than that, guys, it's not a bad tank. Not bad at all. It reminds me of the flavor of, say, an Atlantis 1 with the airflow of what I'm going to call the Atlantis 1.5. It's got like the airflow of the Atlantis 2 without the drip tip airflow. So, not too shabby, guys. For between $20 and $30, depending on where you get it. Definitely a good deal. Holds a ton of liquid, and it's great for on the go. I can see, like, if I was out at Cedar Point or had a long drive ahead of me, I would definitely be taking this with me, so I don't have to worry about dripping. I don't have to carry juice with me, and definitely don't have to worry about filling this thing up throughout my day-to-day. Alright, folks, that's all I have for you today. SKing tank by Sunone. Not too damn shabby, guys. If you like what you saw today, be sure to hit that thumbs up or that like down below. And if you want to stay up to date with the videos when I post them, go ahead and click this little button down here. Just a little guy. Click that, get subscribed up, stay up to date with the videos when I post them. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure, and as always, keep chasing those clouds, my friends. Live long and vapor.